One day in the wilderness I woke up, surrounded and covered by buckets of new blooms of mended love, sweeter than honey, dancing technicolor, shot from your projector, spin my whole world around. Fly so high I can see your eyes. I'm lost in love, never say goodbye. Closer than skin to each other. Love couldn't get any deeper.
But don't shy from the light. It'll never harm you. And don't shy from the light. It'll never harm Of course I stay while you won't deny it. Of course I stay while you wander blindly. But don't shy from the light. It'll never harm you. And don't shy from the light. It'll never.
Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Your mom and I.
Welcome, friends, family, and random plus ones that had to come to this beautiful day of love and friendship. As friends and family chosen here to be today, I'd like to remind you all of your role in Rob and Brittany's marriage. Marriage takes a village, and this village is here today to help Rob and Brittany consistently uphold the vows that they'll be making before us. With that in mind, let me introduce myself. I'm Gavin Banks, and my connection to this young couple began about 21 years ago with Rob and I's friendship. Rob and I have been best buds since kindergarten, and if we weren't playing Twisted Metal or riding bicycles, we were probably running for our lives away from Bob and Grandma. Bob was super scary back then, and only moderately scary now. I've been honored to call Robert a loyal friend, and I couldn't be more proud to watch this high-energy, goofy little kid grow into the handsome, funny, and hardworking man he is today. Which brings me to this one. One day he tells me, "Hey Gavin, I'm talking to this girl." Talking. Then Rob's birthday comes along, and I receive a text from Brittany. You may get embarrassed a little bit.
It's okay.
She's planning a surprise party for Rob, and she wants us all to celebrate in Sacramento. She gets us a hotel room, puts us on the guest list at the Park Ultra Lounge, the whole 9 yards. And I'm thinking, wow, she loves this guy. I guess she's cool. When we're in the room, we're all messing around. Rob and I are wrestling. He's got me in a headlock. I allowed him to put me in a headlock. And all of a sudden, I feel a swift, firm hand credit card my butt. And I pop up, I look around, and I see this girl just giggling on the side. And that's when I knew she was a keeper. Not only were you so thoughtful and caring for making Rob have such a special day, but you also demonstrated how fun and spunky you were. Since that weekend, we all know you guys were a perfect fit. And even Rob said 3 weeks in that you were the one. If Rob was a girl, he'd probably be you. Maybe a little hairier on your back. And if you're a guy, you'd probably be Rob. You guys are each other's perfect complement, and you two are so much fun as individuals, while only being slightly less fun as a couple, which is good. So now we're here, the day you guys will begin your life journey of marriage. Marriage is such a beautiful thing. It's an unconditional commitment to always love and support each other, no matter what. It's no longer I and me, but we. And every decision you make no longer just affects you. You're now choosing to live a shared life, full of exciting new experiences. Rob, you had mentioned how you loved how Brittany was always excited and down for opportunities, from traveling across the country to dates in the city. Brittany, I encourage you to never change that about yourself. And Brittany, you told me how much you appreciated how Rob would randomly visit you at work. Rob, keep that up. Before you get married, people always tell you a lot of different things, and something that will undoubtedly come up is how hard marriage is. And they're right. But what they forget to add is why it's hard. It's hard because it forces growth, vulnerability, and selflessness, amongst so many other things. If marriage was easy, it would never force learning, maturity, or patience. And what makes it even harder is that it's ever-changing. Your relationship when you're 26 is going to be different when you guys are 30. Rob may randomly get a gigantic dog that pees all over the place whenever he sees anybody. It could totally happen. You want to look back and say, wow, Rob has forced me to become a far more empathetic, understanding, and patient person. Yes, he was raised differently, he may think differently, but that's okay. And Rob, you want to look back and say, wow, Brittany has forced me to challenge my growth in my career and in my independence. Yes, she's constantly pushing me, but that's okay. Now, I asked both your parents to share some of their thoughts on marriage and some advice they would like to share with you guys on this special day. So here are 4 pieces of advice that you can keep with you for the rest of your life. Debbie, Brittany's mom, says, put your spouse first. Do anything and everything to make your spouse's life better. It will be returned with love and grace. Bob says, never go to bed angry. Don't sweat the small stuff because it's all small stuff. And I'm sorry can make a bad situation into a good one. Cindy says, to accept each other for who you are and embrace your differences. Respect each other's emotions and opinions, and never be someone that you're not. And finally, Mike. Mike says, don't go to Disneyland too much. I'm kidding, kind of. He said a lot of things. But one point you made was to make sure you guys are always communicating and listening to understand. Don't just talk about the problem, but work to fix it. Now I know you two have some words you'd like to share with each other. Got the vows ready? Ladies and gentlemen, you get your tissues out. Here come the vows.
Brittany Allison, you make me the absolute happiest man alive. I love how we mesh. It's like we're 2 puzzle pieces. We fit together in all aspects of life. We have the same views, sense of humor, and goofiness. It's weird as shit. I can't promise through life that things will always be easy, but there is one thing in this world that there is no one in this world that I'd rather have by my side. And I know we can work through anything after getting engaged, planning a wedding, got a puppy who is crazy, and worked 16-hour days on a house just trying to get it ready before the wedding. If we can deal with everything like that, then I have no doubt in my mind that we'll be just fine. I vow to you, Brittany, to love you unconditionally, make you laugh, comfort you when you cry. What the hell? Support you, take you out to our favorite Chinese restaurant from time to time, kiss you with passion, help you when you need to be picked up and when you fall down from just standing in your heels at the bar. You just make me the happiest and want to be a better man. You know? I love you with every bit of me, and I can't wait to conquer life with you as your husband.
Okay, Robert. When we met 12 years ago, I never imagined I would be standing up here today with you. We attended rival high schools. And I eventually moved 3,000 miles away to attend college at University of Memphis. After I graduated, I moved back to Elk Grove, and only by fate our paths crossed after I returned. Running into each other at the ovarian cancer gala was nothing less than God answering my prayers. He finally placed the man of my dreams into my life. Over these past 2 years, we've done so much. We've traveled all over the country, bought a house, got a huge puppy.
So we have the same vow.
And now we stand here today making the greatest commitment of our lives. I'm so proud to soon call you my husband. I truly believe I have found my better half. I love the way you make me feel. Waking up next to you every morning is the best way to start my day, and the excitement I feel knowing when I get home I get to see you as I drive home from work is the perfect ending to every evening. You are definitely my calm to my crazy. I love you for always making me laugh, even in the most stubborn moments. You make my joys greater and my sorrows more bearable. No matter what trials we encounter together, or how much time has passed, our love will never fade. I know we will find strength in one another as we grow side by side. I promise to love you unconditionally with no hesitation. I promise to respect and honor you. I promise to not keep score, even if I'm totally winning. I promise to love you fully and fearlessly. I promise to frustrate and challenge you. I promise to support and love you in all that you do. I promise to never take you for granted. And finally, I promise to love you more tomorrow than I do today.
Let's hear it, folks.
Good.
So Brittany and Rob have decided to perform a unity ceremony signifying their union in marriage. They'll be sealing their vows and their favorite bottle of wine in this box that a very talented officiant handcrafted for them. I'm kidding, I bought it at Michael's. Just like wine, their marriage will only get better with time. And on their first anniversary, they will open this box and be able to enjoy the bottle and read over the vows that they shared with you all today. So the hole is pre-drilled. You're good.
I use this hammer at work.
So strong.
Like it's nothing.
I don't use the camera at work.
Woo! That was great.
You're hired.
Rob and Brittany, you two are unmistakably in love with each other, and it's inspiring to see how much joy you bring to each other's lives. But above all else, it's apparent that you both share a deep bond of friendship. You get to have sleepovers with your best friend for the rest of your lives. Oh, awesome. Now may you please see the rings. Rob, you're first. So Rob, repeat after me. Brittany, with this ring,
Brittany, with this ring,
I take you as you are,
I take you as you are,
loving who you are now
loving who you are now
and who you are yet to become.
and who you are yet to become.
Wear it as a symbol of my unbroken love for you.
Wear it as a symbol as my unbroken love for you. Terrific.
Robert, with this ring,
Robert, with this ring,
I take you as you are,
I take you as you are,
loving who you are now
loving who you are now
and who you are yet to become.
and who you are yet to become.
Wear it as a symbol
Wear it as a symbol
of my unbroken love for you.
of my own unbroken love for you.
Woo. By the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Robert, you may kiss the bride. I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Robert Davis.
I just want to thank you guys, everyone that came out and made it possible, especially Brittany and Robert's family. So if we could clap. Anyone that knows Robert knows that he gets his personality from his parents. His mom is really goofy and quirky.
Hey, everybody.
I've heard that for 21 years. You can tell that he gets his seriousness and his work ethic from his dad. If anyone knows Rob, you never know if he's being serious or if he's being goofy. Because when he tells a joke, it's just a straight face. But then if you better laugh if it's a joke or I'll beat your ass. So. But his family is just wonderful. But Robert's just a really good person, and I've had the pleasure of being his best friend for 21 years, and yeah. I don't come home often, but when I do, it's like we're in 6th grade all over again in Mr. Sutter's class. So it's a lot of fun, but I just want to tell you guys that you guys are gonna have a good marriage, and he really loves you a lot. And I just want to leave you with a quote. It's a really good one, and I really believe in it, and I know Robert does. You don't marry the person you can live with. You marry the person you can't live without. And as you guys all witnessed today, and over the time that they've been together, that they can't live without each other. So if we could just make a toast to them. Thank you, guys.
growing up with a sister means you have a built-in best friend. Now, how cliche is that? But truly, in Brittany, I've always found my most trustworthy confidant, my partner in crime, and my biggest cheerleader, no pun intended, and the best friend a girl could really ever dream of. So I'm very proud to be Brittany's maid of honor and also to be welcoming Robert into the Chateau clan. You know, we're a very exclusive group, and I'm now learning so are the Davises, so you guys are pretty much at the royal wedding. Here are a few things that I think are my sister's best qualities that she'll contribute nicely to her marriage to Robert. First of all, my sister has always had a real sense of adventure. For example, she let me hang her by 2 jump ropes. One was around the neck, the other was around the waist, hoisted her around the backside of a 6-foot wooden fence when she was about 4 or 5 years old. There was another circumstance where she moved all the way to Memphis, Tennessee for college. Pretty adventurous, if you ask me. And if you've ever driven with her, you know that's an adventure all its own. You barely make it out alive. Ain't that the truth? This gentleman here got a concussion from driving in the car with Brittany. Number 2, Brittany has always been the type to take a challenge head on. She really will look you right in the eye, square in the eye, and take you head on if you challenge her. So it's a good thing that Robert's not that tall, because neither is Brittany. When the going gets tough, Brittany gets tougher. Yes, thank you. Number 3, Brittany always succeeds, and she does it with a finesse I could only dream of. I can literally count Brittany's failures on one hand, and Robert doesn't make the list. Number 4, Brittany has an insane ability to go with the flow. Thank God, because I've never met anyone who takes longer to get out of the house than Robert. Brittany was never on time before. Now there is no chance in hell with Robert by her side that she's going to make it on time. So it's a good thing Brittany likes to lollygag as much as he does. And believe me, guys, they will get there when they get there. But no one else could handle this like Brittany does. Because Britt goes with the flow. She just doesn't get her panties in a bunch when things don't go according to plan. So she's flexible. So to recap, Brittany has a great sense of adventure, so incorporating that into your marriage however you see fit. She doesn't back down from a challenge, which is also important in a marriage because sometimes, things get rough. She's successful. She doesn't let things fail. In a serious note, guys, that's really important when it comes to marriage. Because if you want to stay married, you just don't let things fail. You got it? And the girl just knows how to go with the flow. Things don't go as planned, and this chick's flexible. Can't argue with that. As far as Robert goes, I think Brittany chose really well. He's got some great qualities, too. He's very loving, he's compassionate, and he's kind. The type of guy that would drop anything to aid you if you were in need. He really would. Anything he was doing. If you needed him, he'd be there for you. He's got a great sense of humor. He brings laughter to every room he enters. He doesn't sweat the small stuff. And to Robert, it's all small stuff. I know we already heard that today at the ceremony. Seriously, the guy doesn't worry about a damn thing. I don't think he's ever even said the word anxiety in his life. I'm blessed to be gaining a brother who is as special to me as my sister. I'm floored these two found each other. They've built an amazing love on taco trucks and baseball games. And Britt and Rob are magical together. So, to a couple with dashing good looks, I hope and I know that you guys have a very exciting marriage ahead of you.
Hey everybody, Rob's dad couldn't make it tonight. I'm Brittany's uncle, twice removed, 3 times over. Please put up a glass to Robert and Brittany right now. For you guys that know me, you all know me. For you people that I have not met, it's a pleasure. I don't know what to tell you. I've been thrown into the corporate world. Ran my speech by HR. Can't give it to you. So basically, we're going to shoot here. I look at Robert and Brittany. There's some things in people's life that I see in the construction field. I see 40% of people, couples, that get divorced over a remodel. That's a true fact. These two, in the past 3 months, they've bought a house, they've remodeled it, planned a wedding, a couple other things involved that I won't even bring up, and they are happy as a clam, and their life, their wedding, their marriage, everything. You can't stop them. So, I love Brittany. She is the daughter that I have never had, that I've always wanted. She has, no, seriously, she has never asked me for a thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, it's just, I mean, that's the way it is. So, with that being said, I had a speech that was probably 20 minutes. Dougie over here said I had to go 2. I don't know if I have any time left. Wyatt helped me out, but I just want to say one last thing. I look at you two, and the one thing that comes to mind is fornication. It's just, fornication. For an occasion like this, I don't think there's two happier people in this world. And seriously, if your marriage is half as good as my wife's and mine, you're unstoppable. Cheers.
Here. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I love you. Okay, so tonight was on this guy, so let's all thank Michael Shatro.
But most of all, for butterfly kisses after bedtime prayer, sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk beside the pony, Daddy, it's my first ride. I know the cake looks funny, Daddy, but I
seem like only yesterday. Happens in a heartbeat. The boy becomes a man. All I did was turn around and let go of your hand, and here you are, everything a man is meant to be. All I ever dreamed of, smile on that forest that's evergreen. Rivers are laughing, hoping for the moment we cut the seams, and my blind heart snaps open. Dancing technicolor.